Hey guys, welcome back. Saturday. This is going to be basically kind of a talking head video, and as you can tell by the title, thumbnail, I'm talking about a milestone that I reached, and I want to also tell the story of how I almost quit, and I want to encourage you not to quit. So if you're new here, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Down in the pinned comment below is a way you can support the channel. As you notice, I have a different background here. This is a work in progress. Moved my office around, and I'm in a different location, and I feel like I'm echoing, and I don't know why. This is kind of a good spot and a bad spot. Now I'm next to the window, so I can actually see life out the window. But I live somewhat on a busy street, so there could be some more background noise involved with that. But this is a work in progress. Lighting sucks, I know. Nothing in the background. I'll work on that. It's a work in progress. But I like being able to see out the window and see life. But today what I wanted to go over is March 2020. March 2020 almost broke me, okay? It almost broke me because if some of you have been around with me a long time, I wasn't always into options. I wasn't always into ETFs and things of that nature. March of 2020 is what kind of evolved me into all this other stuff, right? Because before that, I was an extreme high yield chaser, probably like most people starting out in investing, right? And that came up to bite me pretty hard in March of 2020. I took probably easily a 50% loss on a lot of stuff. And looking back, of course, if you would have held on, some of those things would have came back, right? But in the midst of it, it really doesn't feel good at all. So that's what started me on this trek of ETFs, looking at options, looking at different ways to get a return and not be so chasing income like I have been in the past prior March 2020. If you look back on some of my old videos, back in that era was when I started sharing my dividend portfolio and all that. It was ugly. I mean, I'll take that back. I had some very solid holdings, but I was very heavy in some very horrible holdings, and it proved to be pretty detrimental in March of 2020. So what I did, I never had a spreadsheet that really totaled up my net worth, right? And I just did that this past weekend, and it kind of shocked me because I was like, oh, that's a nice little milestone that we just hit. And it wasn't all just from market returns or options trading. There was some windfalls that I was able to put into the market or in my options account mostly that help boost that and move it along. But, it still takes discipline, right? Because when you get windfalls, typically people go out and just buy stuff and, they don't do anything with it. So it's nice to hit that milestone. But back in March of 2020, I literally, when everything fell, I probably had, I'm guessing here, I can't get good measurements. It would take forever to go through the histories and figure out the balances because I didn't keep real spreadsheets. And the spreadsheets I did use back then are gone now. So, but I estimate around $30,000 total, maybe in March of 2020. And, I almost quit. And I realized this when I made this net worth spreadsheet because there's an account that I started in March. It was March 19th of 2020, or might have been 23rd. I forget. But it was right after the bottom fell in March of 2020. And I opened up an account with Wealthfront. I completely forgot about this account, actually, because I opened it, stuck $500 in it. I said, "This is what I'm going to do." Now, if you're not familiar with Wealthfront, I did a video. On it that I didn't even publish, because I was going to announce that I'm done. I'm going to Wealthfront. It's a robo advisor. I'm just going to throw the money all in there and just let it go. So I open it up, put all the money in, and this is right around the time I started talking to a lot of other people in the community, right? Because I was kind of scared, essentially, and a lot of these people, told me, just invest in quality, and I was like, well, why didn't you tell me that before? But they did, right? And you think as an investor, you're just smart and everything, right? So they kind of talked me off the ledge of going all in on Wealthfront. They're charging you and they don't really do anything, and that's kind of true. So I just forgot about the account, and that's the day that I decided, okay, there must be a better way, and that's when I started looking into. That's where I transitioned into ETF side and looking at different strategies, and then got introduced to options income, and really right around February, almost a year later, February 2021 is when I really just put my foot down, put my stake in the ground, and said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And so even though I'm GWETF channel, for the most part at the moment, all I am mostly is options. I have been able to generate the best return with that since February. I count February mainly because December, when I found options, I kind of just willy-nilly I did whatever, right? I saw premium to sell, and I sold it. I didn't care about anything in the world, and I made a lot of money in December. And then, having no real structure of a strategy came back to bite me in January, and I gave it all back in January. So in January is when I kept hearing Dave's voice, just look at a chart. Just look at a chart. That's what he always said that. And I was like, okay. So February is when I really sat down and said, okay, let's figure out what this chart thing's all about. And it's been good ever since. And, that's a short, that's only been, 7-8 months. So, but I'm comfortable, right? And that's really, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of market turns. I'm not scared when a stock goes against me. Before I used to be, and now I'm not, and that's a really good thing. So I wanted to share with you the milestone, and let's just bring you over into the Google Sheets, and I'll explain a little bit of everything that's going on here. So here we are. This is the total net worth. I did this about I'd say a week ago. So the numbers ain't changed. It's not dynamic. I have to manually fill all these in, but you can see all the accounts here. Interactive Broker Options is my biggest account at 72.5%. The net liquidation value, if I were to close everything out and just go to straight cash, is $112,400. Last month I made $2,570 in income from Interactive Brokers. Income year to date, $20,699.12. So these are up until end of September, February to September. So average about $2,300 a month in that account. My Fidelity brokerage has mostly NUSI in it, and this is $6,730 market value as of the date. I should have recorded the date I put this together, but I didn't. But that's okay. Basically September. Made $346 in income year to date on that. on this account, $38 a month average. Then I have Fidelity Cash. It's basically the Fidelity brokerage, but it's just in the cash portion. I think it's SPAXX, just a money market account. I have $18,300 there. I don't like having this much cash because there's this cash here is not earning anything. I sell a cash secured put every once in a while on this, but literally this is dead money. I see cash as being dead money. It's not earning me anything. So, but I need to have some cash because there's going to be some taxes, of course, that I'll probably have to pay next year. So that'll probably come out of here. And then the Roth, I really wish I drained the Roth in 2020 when I decided I was going to go to options. I drained the Roths and I left a little bit in there. The Roths, there was in the pandemic, there was a bill or whatever you want to call it, that you could, take out the money in your Roths tax free. And I really should have drained it because I really don't need a Roth. I'm going to retire early. I need all the cash. But, for the most part, there's not much in there still. It's only $2,000. I just play around with some cash secured puts in there. And that's about it. My Chase Roth, another one. This one mostly holds my Rocket position. That's all I have in there. It's like 160 shares of Rocket. And I'll sell, cash secured or covered calls on that 100 shares at least. So in that account, I've averaged about $16 a month in income there. And then I have Chase Savings. I have it in air quotes emergency. $5,000 in there, $5,001 because there was a $1 in there all along, and we just recently put $5,000 in there. Again, that's a lot of cash to be sitting around, but especially considering this is in Interactive Brokers, this is mainly all cash too, for the most part. There's a little bit of long stock, but it's mostly all cash. So with this cash and this cash, I do have quote unquote emergency because I don't believe in emergency fund. If you have income coming in, no debt like I do, and you have a credit card, right? There's really no need for an emergency fund in my opinion. But it actually makes my wife sleep better. So if I can make my wife sleep better with putting $5,000 in emergency cash to the side, I shall do that. Now, M1 Finance, this is my wife's account, $2,656 in there. This one has the DGRO and FDIS ETFs in it, and we average $2 a month in income there. And then the RV fund, if you guys are familiar with that, that has QQQM and QQQJ in it. That's only less than 3% of the total portfolio. $4,509 in that, $1.30 in income there. And then there's that Wealthfront that I forgot about. I put $500 in March, late March of 2020, and it's grown to $790.12. So that's nice. That I forgot about it, and it grew to $790. Decent return, but I might pull that money out of there. It's long-term capital gains now, so should be. So that's that. So grand total market value $155,032.03. It's pretty crazy to think about because I started January 2021, which was just 9 months ago, with about $52,000. So yeah, we had some windfalls and we deposited money in, but a lot of this is due to this $20,000 here, and it's just, you can't underestimate how much you save, right? We paid off our car, so we're saving that money into the M1 Finance CW account. all the income from YouTube and stuff goes into the RV fund here. So, all the income every month from the Interactive Brokers account goes right back into Interactive Brokers. So it just continues to compound and grow. And yeah, 155,000. I would have never thought I would be here at this point. October 2021, when March of 2020, I had maybe $30,000 and was thinking about quitting. So don't quit, because average a month right now, 2366. Now, here's the thing. We may have to start using some of this income. We have actually recently, it's kind of personal, but we basically recently lost a huge chunk of our income. We are good on bills and expenses and all that until the end of the year, and that's good. So between now and then, we got to figure out how to make a little bit more money. Hopefully my business starts picking up. We'll see. But I also have a lot of room to make more money up here in the Interactive Broker options account, and I'll do that if necessary. So the growth might slow down, but I think I'm comfortable with where I'm at. I'm not going to quit, so you don't quit either. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Leave me a comment down below. I may ramp up some YouTube videos for you guys. I'm thinking about doing a GW Answers Questions video midweek a couple times. I don't know. We'll see. If you've gotten this far in the video, which I doubt because most people don't, go ahead and leave a comment down below and give me a question. Maybe I'll make a video of it. All right, guys. Thanks for sharing in this milestone. It's really exciting because I've never had this kind of money in my life, and I never thought that I could. I thought it would take me 8-10 years to even get here, and here we are, a year and a half later from March 2020 debacle, and we're sitting at 155. So I really enjoy it. I'm glad to share it with you. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.